just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, if you're married, if you're not, what you do in your spare time.
Do you have babies?
Who's Juliet in short?
Okay, so I am Juliet Muwamba. I'm 28 years old. I'm turning 29 tomorrow. Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I manage an Airbnb and I also do
My face was
side
round.
hustle on the side. I own a company called Nyatindwa Gourmet. Nyatindwa Gourmet. Gourmet, yeah.
That's food. So
Yeah,
you're into food.
That's food.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still remember day one so vividly. The auditions felt like I was walking into the unknown. Over 100 people, all with their hopes and dreams. It was very overwhelming. But somehow, I just told myself, Juliet, you belong here. And then watching this now, I can see how nervous I was. Look at me, I was fidgeting with my hands.
My name's Juliet Muwamba. I'm 29 years old. I manage some fully furnished apartments and I also have a side business called Nyatindwa Gourmet. I do in food. So I grew up in Livingstone.
I think what got me through was reminding myself why I came. I really wanted to change. I needed to change. And when my name was called as one of the 12, I really couldn't believe it. You can actually see the relief and just the disbelief on my face. That moment was a turning point. I told myself, Juliet, this is your fresh start. And watching this now really reminds me why I started this journey. Hearing everyone's reasons for being here was powerful. It made me realize I wasn't alone in my struggles. When I shared my story, I felt so vulnerable, but also very free. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
My name is Leah Kaliwanda. I'm a psychologist at Review to Heal. So we deal with a lot of cases such as anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders such as schizophrenia, bipolar, and eating disorders.
This day was eye-opening. This part here where the expert talks about breaking mental barriers. Wow. I really cried that day because I realized how much I had been holding myself back. You can see it here, me nodding like, yes, that's me. Yeah. This was the day I stopped doubting myself. I started believing I could do this. Oh my goodness, look at this. I was struggling so hard with those weights. My trainer kept telling me, you're stronger than you think. I didn't believe him at first. But you know what? He was right. I mean, look at me now. The first gym session taught me that progress is painful, but it's worth it.
Welcome everybody to our boot camp competitive games day 1. All right. So what this means is that we're going to be having a bi-weekly coming together of the boot camp games, and we'll be competing red and blue.
What a day. The tire race was insane. I remember thinking, how is this even possible? Watching this now, I'm laughing because I look like I'm about to collapse, but I didn't. I pushed through. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but I did it, and the teamwork, that's what made it worthwhile. This was probably my toughest day. That mountain broke me down. At one point, I sat on a rock and told myself I can't do this. But then when I reached the top, it wasn't just about the mountain anymore. It was about proving to myself that I could overcome anything. And watching this, I'm so proud of that woman right there. The marathon. The energy that day was incredible. Look at me. I was looking so focused. I wanted to stop many times, but I remembered everyone cheering me on, including my brother.
So I think Nzayambira paria physical. I used to call her my Nyatindwa. I'm very proud of the way she's lost her weight. To me, that's very motivating to me, and she looks better physically. And then Tikabuakulia mental, I've seen there's a lot of renewed energy in her. She's more brighter, more quicker with the way she goes on with her day-to-day business. I think that's it.
This part here, crossing the finish line. Woo! I cried, not because it was over, but because I knew I had it in me all along. Day was pure magic. For the first time, I felt very confident in front of the camera. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't shy. Just look at me posing. This was the moment I realized how far I had come, not just physically but emotionally too.
I am a chef by profession. I am the winner of, well, was the winner of Zambia Master Cook 2015. I run my own business. I am a baker, pastry chef, and I do all that from home. Basically, I was looking out for presentation, hygiene, technique, timekeeping, things like that. I like the fact that they were given a choice of traditional local foods that we find here, and then there was a bit of everything. So it also created a balance, and it shows people out there, you know, that you don't have to always look for things like steak and, you know, that kind of food. You can still eat healthy using local, you know, traditional foods that are there. I think that was a really nice thing.
The cooking competition, that was a challenge, but I really loved showcasing our Zambian traditions in a very healthy way. I mean, just look at my dish. It actually turned out great.
All right, guys, so welcome to the D-Day. I think we agree that we somehow saw this day coming, not so. We did make mention that you'll be given an opportunity to, one, eliminate a person, 2 people. But before I even get there, really, allow me on behalf of management to say that we are happy with the results that we've seen so far, okay? It's been 3 months after, and we are having an evaluation to see who's been putting in the work. As they said on the audition day, it's like you guys got a job because you said you do something, not so. And probation, Yasila. Probation is like 3 months? Exactly. So probation, Yasira, so this is us just trying to evaluate what you guys have been putting in. To begin this, and just to give the instructions and the rules, I'm going to, one, state the criteria that was used to select those that are making it into the show that are remaining. The selection criteria is supposed to help you also know that, okay, I didn't make it because of this and that. Okay? Then 2, if I call your name, if we call your name, please stand forward here to hear your verdict.
Eliminations were brutal, very brutal. You can see it on my face here. I was so nervous, standing there, waiting to hear my name. That feeling is indescribable. Every time I made it past eliminations, it was like a reminder you're doing this, Juliet, you're worth it. And that's what kept me going.
Effort matters. Eliminations are based on who's truly changing. Fellow participants cast their nominations.
Juliet.
Betrayals unfold. Who turned on who? Whose fitness journey ends next? On my fitness journey.
Everyone is a suspect. I don't trust anyone.
So I feel like people who do know the things that have been happening with me can understand why certain things weren't working out the way they were supposed to.
Excuses.
I decided to nominate Kapelwa and Juliet.
Shocking. Wow.
Juliet. I nominated Juliet and Kapelwa.
Nominate? The two girls, Juliet and Kapelwa.
I nominated Juliet and Kapelwa.
Call them the Powerpuff Girls. They give that mean girl vibe. Both of them, so.
They don't really know much to do.
Grace and Tia, I'm not shocked because I feel like they didn't like me. Grace never hid it. Margaret, I thought we were friends. And then Kirsten, she was really nice to me, so it's very shocking. Hannah was also nice to me, so I'm also shocked. I didn't expect that. I actually thought only 2 people nominated me. I don't know. I think for Margaret, I remember because I lost weight before the rest of the group. So I remember Margaret would always call me skinny. So maybe she thought I didn't deserve to continue with the program because I had reached my goal. I don't know. Maybe. Just thinking. I think maybe it's just jealousy, honestly. Somebody has reached a goal that you want to reach, which is sad because you're supposed to kind of like look up to them and be inspired and not hate. So it's very sad. And here we are at the grand finale. Watching this journey just feels so surreal. I didn't just lose weight, I gained so much more confidence, strength, and a belief in myself that I didn't have before. This is just the beginning for me. My fitness journey may have started here, but it doesn't end here for me. I'm ready for the next chapter.
Firstly, I'm a little sad because I somehow just enjoyed knowing that I'm going to meet a bunch of people. You know, just the relationships that we formed, created. But then again, I'm a bit relieved because at least I'm going back to my normal weekend routine. Yeah. Also, just all in all, like Kapelwa said, management, you've really done a great job. Personally, I'm so grateful. I feel like on my own, without fit Muya, I wasn't going to reach my goal. I would have probably stopped along the way.
I agree as well.
Yeah, so thank you for pushing us. And I think also just, okay, looking at the other participants, I mean, we've made great friendships, but then also I just hope they continue on down this path even after the show is done, because I feel like fitness is like a lifetime commitment. Yeah, so for me, I think my best moments were the boot camps, just being part of a group. I think I missed that from school. I think that was the last time I had like such groups when I was in school. So the boot camps, and also I'm not a very competitive person, but just having to see that side of me was fun to see, but also not being so serious about it, but just like having fun with it. And oh yeah, the marathon also. The marathon was amazing. I think I'll never forget about that. Like I couldn't imagine myself running and walking for 10 kilometers. I shocked myself.
She did shock herself.
Yeah. For me, I think the starchy foods, I managed to manage them. I've learned to manage the starchy foods, and sugar overall. I think I know that too much of sugar isn't great at all. But personally, I just decided to completely cut it out for good. Yeah, so with Team Blue, I think first of all, we were having fun, and then we were working as a team most of the times. We were having fun with it. Like, we're not really taking it too seriously. We're taking it seriously, but we made sure we had fun with it. I think that's what made us win. Because again, if you go into a game being too nervous,
and so many negative thoughts,
it's not a good attitude to have. I think this journey has also just helped me learn my friend more. She's a very determined girl. She's hardworking, ambitious. Also, she's a competitive person, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to have. She's competitive, and I think I've kind of learned from her. I'm like, okay, it's okay to be competitive when you're in a group. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, I think she's a very frank person, which I think is a good trait to have. She's very frank, and then also just outside the show, she's an amazing girl. She's God-fearing, she's kind. When she warms up to you, obviously there's that defense mechanism. If you don't know her, you won't think that way, but she's a very sweet girl. Yeah. So, you know, you've really lost weight, you've lost so much weight, but you don't see it, you know? So it took some time, and then also, you know how people are. No, I think you're losing too much, you're too skinny. You stop right there. I just told myself, I said, look, I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for myself. Yeah, so now I'm at a point where like I'm happy with my progress, my weight loss, 100% okay with it.